Good morning, students. We all love receiving and giving gifts, isn't it? But today, this is something special. What is this special gift? We are going to read the lesson Special Gift written by Louisa May Alcott. So, this is an extract from Little Women written by her, and in this, she tells a story about four sisters whose father is in the army and is away from the home.
A special gift.
As Christmas neared, there was great excitement in the house, as if an unusually happy Christmas was coming up.
Students, what is the excitement about? It's about
Laurie
Christmas.
and Joe ran about, laughing mysteriously. Christmas arrived with the news that Mr. March will be soon with them. Beth sat by the window, wrapped in a bright red shawl, and in the garden stood the beautiful snow maiden made by Joe and Laurie.
Students, here they are describing the happening in the house. Why did Laurie and Joe run about mysteriously? Because they wanted to surprise everyone by building a snow maiden in the garden. Who is Laurie? Laurie is their
The
neighbor.
family gathered in the parlor to open their presents. Joe hugged her book and said, "I think this is the best Christmas ever." Staring at the framed picture gifted by her mother, Amy added, "I think so too." Smoothing her first silk dress given by Mr. Laurence, Meg said, "And I agree." And Mother nodded her agreement, looking up from Father's letter.
Students, what news did the March family receive on Christmas Day? They received a letter from Mr. March saying that soon he would come home on Christmas Day to celebrate Christmas.
Joe carried Beth off to the study to rest, while Beth declared, "Oh, what a wonderful Christmas! If only Father were here, my happiness would be complete." Sometimes fairy tales come true. The family had settled down for some quiet time when an excited Laurie opened the parlor door and joyfully announced, "Here's another present for the March family."
Beth was sick and she was badly missing her father, and so was everyone else when Laurie says there was another gift for the March family. What was that
A
gift?
tall man entered, leaning on the arm of another man. Everyone rushed to hug Mr. March. Joe almost fainted and clung to Laurie. Mr. Brooke, Laurie's tutor, kissed Meg. Amy tripped over a stool but did not bother getting up. She clung to her father's legs and wept. Mrs. March recovered first and sounded a warning. "Hush! Remember, Beth?"
Mrs. March held up her hand with a warning to remind everyone that Beth was sick and she was resting in the next room.
But the door opened and Beth rushed in, the happiness giving her strength. Mr. March settled down on the big chair and explained how the doctor had allowed him to go home as the weather brightened. He said he wanted to surprise them and that Brooke had made all the arrangements.
Students, how had Mr. Brooke helped the family? He had helped by ensuring Mr. March could be home for Christmas by seeing to his travel
Then
arrangements.
they had a great lunch of roasted turkey and plum pudding made by their cook Hannah. Their neighbors, Mr. Laurence and Laurie, and Mr. Brooke also dined with them. After the guests left, the family sat around the fire. "Just a year ago, we were groaning over a sad Christmas without Father. Do you remember?" asked Joe. "It has been quite a pleasant year on the whole," said Meg. "I think we've had a bad year that's ended well," observed Amy. "I'm glad it's over and we've got you back, Father," whispered Beth, as she sat on her father's knee. We've been through a lot of trouble in the past year, my children, but you've done very well. You've been a great support to Mother, and I want to thank you for it, said Mr. March. Mrs. March kept quiet, needing no words to express the happiness on her face. It's singing time now, said Beth. She took her place by the piano and sung in the sweet voice everyone had thought they would never hear again.
So students, the family had great time having a good lunch, and they were overjoyed and delighted to have their father for Christmas. Laurie had planned a sledge ride in the afternoon, but the girls cancelled it. They did not want to leave the father and go for the ride. Now students, you also have to cancel all your other engagements and sit and do answer in brief. Read the lines from the text and answer these questions and answer in detail. So watch this video for you to understand how you have to answer. After this students, you have to do the grammar exercise given on page number 43. Write whether the highlighted words are noun phrases, adjective phrases, prepositional phrases or adverb phrases. So you have to see if it is noun phrase, it will perform the function of a noun. If it is adjective phrase, it will perform the function of the adjective, so on and so forth. And the first one, my blue hair clip, is noun phrase. Beautiful rocking chair is adjective phrase. On the terrace is prepositional phrase. Riding the red bicycle is adjective phrase. Because of her helpful nature is adverb phrase. And the young banyan tree is noun phrase. Okay, so now do the B exercise and do the vocabulary section. Match the word that is opposite to the meaning. Antonyms you have to mark. Next, I have given the sample of email, so you can read it and write your email on your own. Happy Onam and Raksha Bandhan to all of you. Love you. Bye. Study well.